Alrighty, let's get stuck into some more Doki Doki. Load game. I will take that save first. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Well, I haven't done that, but sure. And I don't know if my reading speed was like way too fast in the past two eps. Because only one's gone live thus far, but I'll attempt to slow it down. I apologize. My natural reading speed is very fast. So I mean, I can't say that my verbally reading speed is fast per se, but my visually reading speed is fast. So if it's too fast for you guys, let me know and I will again try to slow it down. I make no promises whatsoever. But anywho, to day 3. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. I still think there should be an of, but whatever. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Mish. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Ugh, I hate that laugh. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. When is this girl not hungry? Will you come with me to buy a snack? Do I need to hold your freaking hand? No thanks. Thanks, Mish. Finally, a decent response. That's not like you would. Excuse me? You saying I normally hold your hand? Oof, that hurts. That's like you, not like you at all. I have my reasons. I do? Well, guys, apparently this is news to me. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh, because do I end up paying for it all the time? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her queen purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Ooh, I'm smart. This is great. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. That's what I said. And so that only leaves the one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh, yes. Truth hurts, doesn't it, Sayori? Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yeah, don't believe you. Yuri! Tell Mish to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. She's getting it from all sides today, isn't she? And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I think you meant every word of it, dear. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. The revolution? I suppose that's one way to put it. Oh, she was mimicking Yuri, I getcha. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. This is very true. The cupcakes definitely made my decision for me. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Wait, even Natsuki wasn't on board with this plan? Poor Natsuki. Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sayori. Oh, shit, what? Yeah! Okay, yeah, I thought something hit her in the face. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! But was... a cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Oh, thank God for that. I thought it was like just out of its packet and just been lobbed at her face. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? I bet you it's Natsuki. It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Actually, yeah, you're not wrong. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. You're happy to have been smashed in the face by a cupcake? Oops, cupcake. God, you can tell I got cupcakes in the mind. Cookie! Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oomph. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Aren't you stupid? I mean, I can't judge. I do that to myself all the time, so that makes me stupid too. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets, oh god, that's close and personal, gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Oh, you did not. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh, where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Oh wait, she returned. Hi. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. You're not kidding. She's the most normal out of the lot of you, that's for sure. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Who loses track of time while studying? Guess not me, clearly. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. That's what I mean. Like, you'd have some semblance of awareness of time. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. We don't have a piano in this room, dear. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mish. Wow, pressure much? You just put pressure on yourself. And it's that pose again. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. Sorry, talking so much. I don't get a chance to breathe properly and then I start yawning. Really not a good situation to be in. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Geez, it can't have been that big if you're expecting her to still be going at it. I mean, cookies don't really get that large unless you buy those like super uber ones, in which case it wouldn't have survived in one piece intact when it had been tossed at her face. So I'm gonna gather it's not that large. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What, she reading a manga? Hey Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. I'm still not drinking it. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. I don't drink tea. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher, God, words hard, from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Wait, what? Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. You mean she doesn't come across that way when she speaks? 'Cause that's exactly how she appears to me, but the game's trying to insinuate the opposite? What? Well, okay. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. Oh, thank God. I thought I had to go with her. Oh, God damn it. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's exactly what I was saying, Monica. Monica, please man your own business for once. Ooh, harsh from Yuri. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve mission club activities? How is filling a water pitcher for tea a club activity, given that it's a literature club? Oh well. My mouth gapes. Woof, that position. She's only just making it on the screen there. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Mish. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Ooh, we're in the hallway. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I mean, yes, but she could have said it differently. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Why was she wasn't judging... What? Are you putting assumptions and judging Monica? She wasn't judging anybody. She was just making a quite obvious common sense comment. Mish, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? I'm asking myself the exact same question, Yuri. I've only just noticed how weird her nose looks there. It doesn't really go in at all. It just sort of is a straight-ish line. That looks kind of weird. Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. Wow. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Mish, I really like being friends with you. Well, yay, she didn't say anything more than that. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Mish, do you like oolong tea? Hell no, I don't. It's awful. It's terrible. Yeah, apparently I do. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sends the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm going to assume we're gone Fahrenheit because otherwise I'm very worried for the state of the kettle. Now, it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert or tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. There is zero impressiveness going on here. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Wow, that's out of the normal behavior. Is she just like extraordinarily comfortable right now? You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Mish. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Mish, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Ooh, that sounds a little uncomfortable, if you mean traditionally Japanese style. Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. You have a bad back? Geez, with a chest like that, I'm not surprised. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Yeah, but the chair's slightly more ergonomic. The back is just like flat and straight, and your legs aren't ergonomic. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. As I said, see chest. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because my... I was right. That's actually why. Okay, your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. Where the frig did I get that from? It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I didn't think it was even physically possible. I got the opinion you were quite on top of one another yesterday, but apparently I was wrong. I can't see too well, then get some glasses. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Wow. Prepubescent child? Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Wait, I thought it was already beside me. What, now it's beside her? Where's she picking that shit up from? I'm so confused. Holding with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. What? Why would your hand be anywhere near her chest? I'm so confused by the blocking of the scene. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. Oh, she probably did, and she's just like gleefully cheering on the inside. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. What are you, lactose intolerant? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the page. Oh, wow. Okay, she's one of those. On the pages. You're right. Oh god, don't tell me I'm gonna unwrap this shit and put it in her mouth myself, because I can't handle that. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Yeah, of course. Thank God for that. She's a lot prettier in these scenes than she is in her normal state. I don't know if it's the proportions, or like the hair going in her eyes, or her eyes have a little more light to them, or her face is shorter, I don't know, but she looks much cuter here. Yuri opens the book with both hands. Trying to yawn while talking doesn't really work. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time. Oof, terrible phrasing. Reading it. Harder of a time. Ugh. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Ooh, up close and personal. Scandalous. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. Oh, Jesus Christ, don't tell me. No! Ugh. This is painful. And this is coming from a person who reads romance like almost exclusively. I can't handle this. Oh, it's so cheesy. It's horrible. And I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. Jesus, I am concerned about what she gets up to in her spare time if this action is completely not normal and natural to her. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Mish, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You really shouldn't have. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. I mean, I guess I would do that for a friend. But there is definitely some sexual undertones here, so that part, no. Right? Her eye looks funny. I know why. This white part comes too far out. It should be a little more straight up than diagonal. It proportionately looks weird. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but I agree with myself. Great. Yeah, that's all it was. Totally. Nothing else to be seen here. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. You don't need... She's inviting me to place chocolate in her mouth continuously. This disturbs me greatly. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Oh, that's even creepier. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Thank you, Monica. I could kiss you right now. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. I think it's her eyes. They're too far apart in this shot and they're really tiny, whereas they're massive in those other shots and closer together. I don't know. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Thank you, Monica. Mish, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem to first? Should we just go in the same order as yesterday? We'll go with Monica. Hi again, Mish. How's the writing going? Alright. Oh, that's right. I picked all the dark options, didn't I? I'll take that, as long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. That'll be first. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Oh, right. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Ouch. That hurts. I had honest choices the first time around, and now you go and stab me in the back by saying the depressing shit's better? I wonder about these girls sometimes. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? Oh, could have. It's closer to my natural one, to be fair. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. I guess. I mean, she's much more verbose in her phrasing, and it's a little more eloquent, which usually lends itself to a more romantic nature when it's poetry, so I guess. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature. Or it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, You must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. What? This is the first I'm hearing of this. Really? Yuri, you've been leading me on. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Nope, it's Monica leading me on. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying... but anyway, you want to read my poem now? Yes, I do. Give that shit here. I like the way this one's turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. I wish it'd let me choose what I want to say about their poems, rather than just like giving me random stuff. Why is there such a... oh, okay. About to say. Save me. This is interesting because you save games. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Ooh, now that's an interesting image. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Interesting. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, abstract is my preference, so yay. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. So do I! Yay, go Monica. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about the something. This is true, and even if it is about something, it's not necessarily about the same something to every person who reads it. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. That's incredibly meta of you. What? You never know when you might change your mind. Okay? Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. That was unnatural. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh shoot, what order did we do? We did Yuri next, because then we went Natsuki and then we went Sayori. Yeah, we kind of just went up the line. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Mish, this one might even be better than yesterday's. That's because most of it appeals to you, I know. How did you... oh, Natsuki's gonna hate it. Nah, how did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yeah, after pressing shit. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time, you weird person. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. One thing that annoys me with this particular game, and in fact most visual novels, is that you have this whole freaking box and they never use all the space. Like a kid's giving me a sentence, and then the next one, another sentence, and this is like outside of dialogue, or even including in dialogue. It's like it doesn't like to fill the space, and I get that white space is important, but it's like, you made the box that big, can you just freaking use it? Then I wouldn't have to press spacebar quite so often. Yeah, see, like that. Why couldn't that be on one line? Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just who said I was motivated by your writing, honey? Really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Didn't we already know this? None of them have shared their writing before. Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? She doesn't have any. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Ew, don't even go there. The raccoon. Well, this is going to be bloody interesting. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Okay. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more, could be said of any animal. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. An urge to feed wayward animals? What? I'm really not sure what she's trying to insinuate. The moon increments its phase. I've only ever heard increment as a noun. I've never used it as a verb, but okay. Its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. Is the raccoon in your house, by the way? That you can easily give it the bread? I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taking to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. What? You're calling yourself a raccoon? Your attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window, and yet apparently... Did she give it to the raccoon? Yeah, she gave it a piece of bread. I'm so confused. Is she the raccoon, or is she not giving the raccoon the bread and she's just freaking eating it for herself? I don't know, Yuri. Yesterday's was much better. This is actually quite shitty. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't see anything metaphorical on that, but okay. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem was about. What makes two of us, Mish? That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery. There was no imagery, vivid or otherwise. And conveying emotions through them. I had zero emotions. Yeah, if I take it at face value, that I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people, oops, I hit it too quickly, that can relate to something. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people will make fun of me. She's so convinced that people are going to make fun of her. Don't you have anything like that, Mish? Not really. I make friends with people who won't laugh at me, so... Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Dude, I think you secretly do hate yourself. So, yeah. I might be ranting a little bit now. That's not the definition of a rant. You're just talking. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. It means like you gave me a chance to say anything. You're good at a lot of things. Am I? Writing, listening. A whole 2 things I'm good at. Thanks. Thanks, Yuri. There really aren't many people like you, Mish. That's exaggerating a little bit. Oh yeah, hair flick. I'm so special. Thanks, Yuri. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. Shouldn't you always look forward to your writing? Actually, that's not true. Writing's freaking painful. I hate writing. I like having written and I like editing what I've written. I hate writing the initial. Oh, okay, I get you, Yuri. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Natsuki's gonna hate it. I liked your last one better. Knew it. Eh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. Well, good for bloody Amy. You know what I heard about Amy? Oh my god, this just reminds me of Britney Spears song, which is definitely not PC. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. It sounds like you're obsessed with Amy. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Oof. That's a horrible poem. It just screams of ignorance and intolerance and judgment, Natsuki. Not good. Not bad, right? It's freaking terrible. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. I suppose that's something you have in your favour. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. What's so complicated about the issue? You don't like Amy because she likes spiders. It's quite simple. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Well, at least you're aware of it. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out that make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah, she said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about these things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. That's a judgmental face if I ever saw one. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. No shit. But she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I await with bated breath. Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Mish. Oh, that's right. She likes some of the darker shit. You are fucked up, Sayori. Eh? I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Ugh, creepy. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez, I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, read, read, not quite sure what tense we're using here, it's not just a poem, it's a mish poem. That's kind of adorable. And that makes it feel extra special. I feel like I can feel your feelings. Yeah. No, that was right. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Wow, so my poem is equally important as a cookie. Thanks, Sayori. That I can understand your metrics of appreciation. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Just give me a fucking poem. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Aww, that's so adorable. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Mish. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. Okay, strange concept. I pop off my scalp. What the fuck? What? I pop off my scalp. I can just picture some horror dude scalping some poor chick. That's a terrible image. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine are rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I love how we're going to like sunshine and bundle of kittens, but you start with a freaking scalping? Ugh. I reach inside. Oh, ew. Ugh. You're reaching inside your head? Ugh. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. This is very Harry Potter. I don't remember what it is, but taking the memories and putting them in a bottle. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle of starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Well, Sayori, I don't get it. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I liked your breakfast one better. I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing it till I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I can relate. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it harder for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. No! So if everyone... Ew, shit. I keep accidentally hitting spacebar because I'm a twit. Could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Neither do I. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. What? We're going to be performing? I don't think it's going to go well with any of the girls. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. This is a terrible, terrible activity for everyone involved. But the cool part is we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a few days ago. Couple, whatever. It's a lot to ask them for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. Why do you even need new members? You don't continually need members to have a club, you know. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. I'm here for the cupcakes. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Wow. Yeah, you kind of hit that nail on the head. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We've only written 2. I mean, do we get to write another one? Or do we have to choose between the two? We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Ooh, this one sounds intriguing. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. Why is it always up to me? I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard, that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Trying to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then, Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Mish liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really in nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Humph. Don't make me go before Mish. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Mish lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Ooh, bitch. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel, why are we in height order all of a sudden? Making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Oh, right then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you looking at me? Isn't that the freaking point? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, we're friends? Gasp, shock, horror. It's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, sorry, I was just busy looking at their coats, the bottom of it. Because it's like, she has that, and I was like, Sayuri, she just has a straight. But then I realized it goes from the button, so that would be the diagonal across, so excuse my distraction. Well, that's just how it is, so, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy, because you got that stupid pose going on. Yeah, no problem. Okay everyone, I think it's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Sheesh, that is not far away at all. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Mish, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ugh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayuri fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I mean, don't we live near each other? Isn't that the point of us walking together? We live near each other. I don't know where the hell Yuri lives, because that's kind of what I'm based my decision on. Fuck Yuri, I don't want to walk her home. I would only do it if it was on the way. Humor the annoying child. Sayuri, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Mish. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayuri to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? This has been a freaking hella long episode. I thought I could smash out 2 episodes today, but holy shit, my throat is killing me. This is definitely going to be a marathon as opposed to a sprint. I think it's going to be one I've actually recorded a day because my throat cannot handle any more talking in a row. Oh, the pain. The dryness as well. It feels dry and intense. Okay, what are we going to do? Actually, is that a new one? No, actually I think it's the same. I'm going to go happy, bad, happy, bad, happy, bad. So let's grab something ridiculously happy. Bubbles. So that's pretty happy. Something bad. Massacre. Lollipop. Judgment. Valentine. Oh god, Natsuki's going to love this, I think. Grief. Dream. Fickle. Heartbeat. I always go for crimson because I like crimson. Oh, festive would have been a good one. Too late, we've missed it. Lucky. I don't have any bad options. Okay, we'll pick 2 good ones then. Awesome. Bad ones, 2 bad ones, 2 bad ones. Explode. Suicide. Kawaii. Nope, death. I don't like any of these. Journey, I guess. Agonizing. Puppy. Misery. And that's gonna be it for today because Jesus Christ, this is painful.